This video we are going to treat Lagos State Bece Mathematics Theory 2015, and the first question says solve the equation 2t plus 5 over t minus 2 equals to 7 over 2. So solution, let's solve it. So 2t plus 5 over t minus 2 equals to 7 over 2. Then first thing you need to do is cross multiply. Once you cross multiply, it will be 2 into bracket 2t plus 5 equals to 7 into bracket t minus 2. Let's open the bracket. That's 4t plus 10 equals to 7t minus 14. Then we collect like times. That's 4t minus 7t equals to minus 14 minus 10. Then 40 minus 70, that's minus 3t. Plus 40 minus 70, that's minus 3t. Minus 14 minus 10, that's minus 24. Then we divide both sides by 3. That's minus 3t over 3 equals to minus 24 over 3. 3 cancel 3. So 3 here 1. 3 in 24 is 8. So minus t is equal to minus 8. Minus cancel minus. Then t equals to 8. So that's the value of t. B says convert this number. This number is in base 2. We should convert it to base 10. The 1111.1101 base 2 to base 10. So let's convert it to base 10. So if we say 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2. 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 plus 0 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Let's do this one. If I stop there, you now start from here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This space is plus, sorry. It's plus like this. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You put those power on the 2. Plus, let's continue. So from this point now, all these numbers, they will be carrying raised power minus 1. So it will be 1 times 2 raised power minus 1 plus 1 times 2 raised power minus 2 plus 0 times 2 raised power minus 3 plus 1 times 2 raised power minus 4. So let's continue and let's expand. Let's expand what we have done. So let's continue. So 2 raised to power 6 is what? 2 raised to power 6 is 64. 1 times 64. 2 raised to power 6 is 64. 1 times 64 will give us 64. 2 raised to power 5. 2 raised to power 5 is 32. So 32 times 1 is what? 32. Plus 2 raised to power 4 is 16. 16 times 1 is 16. Plus 16 times 1 is 16, yes. Plus 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 2 raised to power 3 is 8. Plus 8 times 1 is what? 8. Plus 2 raised to power 4 is 4. 0 times 4 is what? 0. Plus 2 raised to power 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 2 raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Plus 2 raised to power minus 1 plus 2 raised to power minus 2 plus 2 raised to power minus 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 4 is also 2 raised to power minus 4. So let's add these numbers together. 64 plus 32 plus 8. 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 1 will give us 121 plus 2 raised to power minus 2 plus 2 raised to power minus 1 plus 2 raised to power minus 2 plus 2 raised to power minus 4. So let's continue. So there is these ones are raised to power minus 1, raised to power minus 2. We need to convert them back to fraction. So if you go 1 to 1, 2 raised to power minus 1 is also the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to power 1. Plus 2 raised to power minus 2 is also the same as 1 over 2 raised to power 2. Plus 2 raised to power minus 4 is also the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to power 4. You understand? So let's continue. You can put 1 here as the denominator of this one. So it becomes 1 to 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2. 2 raised to power 1 is 2 plus 1 over 2 raised to power 2 is 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2 raised to power 4. 2 raised to power 4 is 16. So it will be 1 over 16. So our LCM is 16. 16 divided by 1 is 16. 16 times 121 is 1936. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times 1, 8. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 4 times 1, 4. 16 divided by 16 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So to give us, when you add it together, 1936 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1. Will give us 1949 divided by 16. So I'm going to convert my answer to a mixed fraction, but let's convert it. So to convert our answer to a mixed fraction, it will become what? 16 in this is 121, remainder 13 over 16. So our answer is 13 over 16. So that's the answer. So that's the end of question number 1. So this question 2, question 2 says simplify 6 whole number 1 over 2 times into brackets 8 over 9 divided by 13 over 8 plus 3 over 4 square of 3 whole number 1 over 5. So let's solve this question. Let's solve it now. 6 whole number 1 over 2 times 8 whole number 9 13 8 over 9 divided by 13 over 18 close bracket plus 3 over 4 all square of 3 whole number 1 over 5. Let's convert all this mixed fraction to an improper fraction. So 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So that's 13 over 2 times, let's write this on various so that we can understand. Into bracket 8 over 9 divided by 13 over 8 plus, let's write this over plus 3 square. This square is for 3 and it's for 4 over 4 square. So let everybody take their own square. Times 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 1, 16 over 5. So let's continue. So let's continue from there. So 13 over 2 times, let's now do this bracket. Board mass. We want to solve our bracket first. Board mass. Bracket first. Let's solve the one inside our bracket first. So it will become 8 over 9. Since it's division that is here, it will become multiplication. Then 18 will go up and 13 will come down. Plus 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16 times 16 over 5. Let me put this in bracket so that it will not confuse what you are doing. Then, so let's continue. Let's cut 9 here 1, 9 in 18 is 2. 16 here, cancel 16 here. You understand? So it will now become 13 over 2 times 8 times 2 is 16. 1 times 13 is 13 plus bracket 9 times 1. Let's put 1. 16 cancels 1. 9 times 1 is 9 over 5. Then put inside bracket so that Bodman says we should solve multiplication before addition. So I'm going to multiply this one first before we add it together. So before we multiply together, 13 can cancel 13 now. 2 here 1, 2 in 16 is 8. 1, 1, 13 here 1, 13 here 1. So 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1 plus 9 over 5. So this is what we got. So we can now look for the LCM. The LCM is 5. 5 in 1 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 in 5 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. So that's what? 49 over 5. You can convert it to mixed fraction. That's 8 whole number. 5 in 49 is 8. Remainder 9 over 5. So that's the end of question 1A. So let's move on. So that's end of question 1A. Let's move to question 1, 2. That's the end of question 2A. Let's move to question 2B. So 2B says make K subject of the formula in this equation. T in this formula T equals to 4 pi h square plus k square over hg. So we want to make K subject of the formula. To make K subject of formula, first we need to cross multiply. So let's cross multiply. So once we cross multiply here, it becomes THG equals to 4 pi a square plus k square. Since we want to make K subject of the formula, we now divide both sides by 4 pi to remove 4 pi from here to become THG over 4 pi equals to 4 pi a square plus k square over 4 pi. 4 pi cancel 4 pi. So THG over 4 pi equals to a square plus k square. Then I collect like times now. I'm going to carry this h square to the other side. So become THG over 4 pi minus a square is plus a square, and once you cross it will become minus a square equals to k square. Then to remove this square on top of k, I'll bring this square to the other side. It will become square root. So it will become square root of THG over 4 pi minus a square equals to k. So therefore our k, we can write it now like this, equals to square root of THG over 4 pi minus a square. You can leave your answer like this, or you can proceed further. It's still the same thing. So if I can look for the NCM here, then put over 1 here, the denominator of 1, 4 pi. 4 pi is 1. That's THG back. 4 pi in 4 pi is 1 times THG minus 4 pi in 1 is 4 pi. 4 pi divided by 1 is 4 pi. 4 pi times a square is 4 pi a square. So you can leave your answer like this, or you leave it like this. So that is the end of question 2. We are going to the question 3 says the angle of elevation of the top of the church tower is 32 degrees. If the tower is 36 meters above the ground, how far from the church is the point at which the elevation was taken? Take tan 32 degrees equals to 0.62, cos 32 equals to 0.85, sin 32 degrees equals to 0.52. Correct to 2 decimal places. So let's solve the question. It says if the tower is 36 meters above the ground. Let me say this is the tower now. The tower is 36 meters above the ground, and it says the angle of elevation from the top of the tower is 32 degrees. So you put it like this. So 32 degrees. Somebody is looking at it from here. The angle of elevation is 32 degrees. So it says we should what? We should look for what? We should calculate how far from the church. So you are looking for this place. How far from the church tower was the elevation taken? How far from the church is the point at which the elevation was taken? So somebody was standing and was taking the elevation at an x meter from the church tower. So we are going to calculate it. So this is our opposite and this is our adjacent. So we use toa, so tan 32 degree equals to 36 over x. So we cross multiply. Once we cross multiply, come x tan 32 equals to 36. Then now we divide both sides by tan 32. So x over tan 32 over tan 32 equals to 36 over tan 32. Tan 32 cancel tan 32. So tan 32 was given in our question as 0.62. In our question as 0.62. So we are going to use 0.62. So x now equals to 36 over tan 32 is what? 0.62. So x now, let's now convert it. It's equal to 36 divided by 0.62. That's s equals to 36 divided by 62 over 100. 62 100. Convert it back to fraction. That's x equals to 36. Division will become multiplication times 100 over 62. So let's cut. So you can begin to 2 in 62 is 31. 2 in 36 is 18. So we are going to get x equals to 18 times 100 divided by 31. So it give us 1800 divided by 31. So once you start cutting it, we say 31 in 18, so we get 58.0645. Say 31 in 1 it is 58. 8 remainder 2, you add 2 zeros, 2 0 there, then 68, 31 in 200 is 6 remainder 14. So you add 0 to the 14 again, you say 31 in 140 will give us 4 remainder 16. You add 0 to the 16, you say 31 in 160 is 5 remainder 5. You add 0 again, 31 in 50 is 1 remainder 19. So you can continue like that, but we have approximated it to this level. This is the 5 decimal places, 1 2 3 4 5. So you just stop there. So let's continue. So that's the end of the question for 3a. Let's go to 3b. So 3b says we should rewrite this fraction in ascending order. These fractions 3 over 13, 1 over 4, 1 over 7. We don't know the highest number, we don't know the lowest number, but they say we should arrange this in ascending order. That means we should start from the lowest number to the highest number. You cannot just say 3 over 13 is the highest number here. You have to look for it, you have to solve it. So to solve it now, let's go to 3b. To solve it, you have 3 over 13, 1 over 4, 1 over 7. To solve this thing, to know the highest number and the lowest number, first you have to look for the LCM of the denominators. Just as if you are doing normal fraction, you look for the LCM of all the denominators. So let's calculate the LCM. The LCM here, let's use 4, 13, 1, 7, 7, 13, 1, 1, 13, 1, 1, 1. So our LCM is equal to 4 times 7 times 13. And give me 364. So the LCM 3, 13, 1, 4, 1, 7. So our LCM is 364. So 364 in 13 is 28. 28 times 3 is 84. 364 divided by 4 is 91. 91 times 1 is 91. 364 divided by 7 is 52. 52 times 1 is 52. So now we can now know the highest number and the lowest number. Since you have looked for the LCM of all these numbers, we have 364 in 13 is 28. 28 times 3 is 84. 364 in 4 is 91. 91 times 1 is 91. 364 divided by 7 is 52. 52 times 1 is 52. So if you look at this number, which one is the smallest number there? 52. And this 52 is for 1 over 7. That means 1 over 7 is the smallest number. The next one is 84. Is the next number after 52. Who owns 84? That's 3 over 13. And the highest number here is 91. And who's 91 is 1 over 4. So this is now arranged in ascending order. So in ascending order, you have arranged these numbers now. So in ascending order, this is the smallest number and this is the biggest number. 1 over 7, 3 over 13, and 1 over 4. You have arranged them now in ascending order. So this is the end of question 3. Let's go to question 4. So the first number 4 says find the square root of 3136. 3136. So firstly, you have to convert that number. You have to split it so that you'll be able to look for the square root. So let's divide 3136. Let's split it so that you can understand it. 2 in 3136 is 1568. 2 in this is 784. 2 in 784 is 392. 2 in 392 is 196. 2 in 196 is 98. 2 in 98 is 49. 2 cannot go in 49. 7 in 49 is 7. And 7 in 7 is 1. So let's now use this number. It will come 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 7 times 7. So 2 in 6 places is also the same thing as 2 raised to power 6, and 7 in 2 places and 7 raised to power 2. So 3136 is also the same thing as this. Then instead of writing 3136, I will change it back to this one. It will become square root of 2 raised to power 6 times 7 raised to power 2. And this square root, so square root of 2 raised to power 6. So 2 raised to power, square root of 2 raised to power 6 times 7 raised to power 2. So this square root can become 2 raised to power 6 times 7 raised to power 2 Let's bracket half. It's also the same thing as square root and also this. So it can become 2 raised to power 6. This half, everybody can take their own, times 1 over 2 times 7 raised to power 2 times 1 over 2. So let's continue. So let's cut 2 here 1, 2 here 3, 2 here 1, 2 here 1. Become 2 raised to power 3 times 7 raised to power 1. 2 have cancelled, 2 mean 1. 3 means here. 2 here 1, 3 here 2 in 6 is 3. So 2 raised to power 3 is 6. 7 raised to power 1 is 7. So 6. So 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Then 8 times 7 will give us 56. So the square root is 56. So let's continue. Let me write it so that you can understand. So square root of 3136. Square root of 3136 is 56. So that's the end of question 4a. So question 4b says the following items were bought from the market by a housewife at the price indicated. Beans 1,800, meat 1,200, yam 1,000, rice 2,000. So we are going to use this to draw a bar chart to illustrate that information. So let's do it now. So let's start. So then I'm going to draw. So let's illustrate what I'm saying. The items, the amount, and the degree. The first one is beans, 1/8. The second one is meat, yam and rice, 1,2, 1,000, 2,000. So the total, once you calculate them together, you are going to get 6,000. So that's the total. So to draw the pie chart, you need to get the degree of each one. You need to convert, like illustrate this amount in terms of degree to know the degree, so that we're able to use it to draw the pie chart. So let's start with the beans. To convert it to its degree, to know the degree, we say 1,800 for beans. 1,800 over 6,000 times 360 degree. So 0 cancel 0, then 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 6 here 1, 6 here 6. 18 times 6 is 108 degree. Now for that's 108 degree. For meat is 1,2, so it will be 1,2 over 6,000 times 360. 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 6 here 1, 6 here 6. So 12 times 6 will give me 72 degree. So for yam, that's 1,000 over 6,000 times 360 degree. So 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 6 here 1, 6 here 6. It will give me 60 degree. Now for rice will be 2,000 over 6,000 times 360 degree. So 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 6 here 1, 6 here 6. So 20 times 6 is what? 120. So we are going to use this one to draw the pie chart. So let me write it here. So for yam is 60 degree, and for rice is 60 degree, 120 degree. So beans 108 degree, meat 72 degree, yam 60 degree, rice 120 degree. So we are going to use it to draw our pie chart. So let's draw it now. Let's draw our circle. It will not be, because I'm not using compass to draw it. These are center. The first one is 108 degree, and let's start from this line. From here to here is 90. Yes, so from here to this side here will be 108 degree. 72 is the next one. Yes, 72 is the next one. So the next one is 72. Remember that 90 plus 18 We added this 90 here plus 18 degree gave us 108. So the remaining 108 minus 180 is 72. So the remaining one here is 72 degree. If you see that 72 plus 108 is 180. You understand? So the next one is 60 degree. From here to here is 90. Therefore, it will be 60 degree will be somewhere here. Therefore, the remaining one from here to here, since from here to here is 60. 60 minus 180 is 120. 120. So from here the remaining one that remain, the last one, that is rice is what? 120 degree. So this is the pie chart for the information illustrated. So I'm going to write, let me write their names on it. Let me write beans here. Sorry, let me write beans here. Meat is 72, yam is 60, and rice is 120 degree. No, sorry, rice is 120 degree. So this is the pie chart to illustrate the information. So this is the end of the questions 1 to 4 of Lagos State Bece Mathematics year 2015. And don't forget to like my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified of our latest videos. Thank you.